Do you remember, was there any specific recovery work? Because this is a path of recovery.
Absolutely.
Right? Was there anything in particular that you remember that helped you?
I really early on started to realize early on that I had all these judgments in my head about sexuality, about divorce, about all these things, about mental illness, right? Like I said earlier about how I was being so judgy and I couldn't recognize my own struggle. So once I realized, like, Elena, you have trapped yourself in your own head because of all these judgments. There's so much freedom that you didn't realize was there because you had all these judgments. What else is in there? And so that really took me on a path of studying mindfulness and self-awareness. And that was integral in my healing, absolutely. And it had to be, last year I was at a party and there was a social worker there, a prominent social worker here in the state. And she heard I gave a TED talk on conversion therapy. And she came barreling right over because of where we're from. We're in a very conservative community. She thought that I had given a TED talk like pro-conversion therapy, right? So quickly I realized there was a miscommunication. So I kind of straightened it out. And she like sat down. She was kind of in shock. And she said, "You're a survivor." And I had never heard that term before. Right. And I was like, yeah, I guess I am. And she said, "Well, you better take care of yourself because you're only a survivor until you're a statistic." And that kind of hit me hard. And it was, some people would say that was a bit much, but for me, I needed to hear that. I need to make my mental health a priority every single day because it's kind of like those tracks have been greased, right? Like I got to a really bad emotional place and where my brain went to was suicide. And so it's very easy for me if I get back in that place to go on that path again. And so I take every single day, it's a non-negotiable. My mental health has to come first, which was never that way before, right? Like when you're just a mom of 4 kids and a busy wife, like you come last. Like you might get to watch a TV show after all the kids are in bed and that's it, right? And now it's not that way. My kids know, no, I meditate every morning. You don't get to interrupt me. Okay. And it will happen before I feed you breakfast. Sorry.
You won't die of starvation.
No, you won't. You can meditate with me if you want.
You are indeed a survivor and a warrior, and your story is just incredible. And I mean, so much strength that comes out of every pore. And did you ever seek therapy again, as in the good,
right? Real therapy? Yes, I immediately because I had become suicidal, and so like I said, I had gotten real help very quickly. I was so blessed and privileged, honestly, and they helped me understand. Oh, conversion therapy's bad. They were like,
they didn't know.
I had no idea.
No, they
knew.
Oh, they know.
So it's not illegal in my state. It's up to different states to enact their own law. And in about 20 states, it is banned. And there's quite a few other states where they've been able to ban it in the capital city limits. They haven't been able to make it the statewide yet, but typically once you can get it done in the capital, it's a lot easier to get it done for the whole state. So, but yeah, here in my state, we've tried to get it banned and the voters won't approve it. And I kind of get it. I get the line of thinking because they feel like I am the parent of my child. No one can tell me, especially the government, what's good for my child, right? Like, I get that. I have 4 kids. I totally get that. On the other hand, we enact laws because we value our children's lives. And so if a parent isn't going to protect their child, we have laws to protect them for them, right? That's child seatbelt laws. That's child labor laws, child porn laws, right? If you as a parent are not going to protect your kid, we're going to enact a law to kind of force you to. And here in Arizona, yeah, they don't like that. They really feel like it's their freedom, it's their right to be able to send their kid to conversion therapy if they want to.